Hello Healthy Green Thumbs friends. Today we are going to take a look at how you can grow these beautiful succulents. Succulents have become very popular, and for good reason. They're very easy to grow. They come in several different varieties. They're fun. You can grow them indoors or outdoors. We're going to talk about the differences today, and you can share them, and I'm going to show you how. So you ready? Let's take a look. Okay, so as I film this, we're in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, and none of us need anything complicated right now. We need simple. So that's what's another great thing about succulents. So let's go ahead. I'm going to take this simple terracotta pot, which I filled with soil, and I put rocks on the bottom because, like orchids, succulents don't like to be overwatered. Overwater is overloving them. Just keep it simple. In fact, when I have them outdoors, I just typically don't even water them at all unless we get a long drought, and then I'll just take the hose and sprinkle it over once in a while. But generally the rain that we get is enough. Just like orchids, your best bet is to make sure that there's a hole at the bottom of your pot so they drain well. If you choose to use a container of some sort that does not have drainage, then you need to keep it under a canopy or something so that if it rains, it doesn't just get logged with water because you'll kill them. Same thing if you're going to keep them indoors. You want to, if you're going to not use something with a hole in the bottom, then you want to make sure you just give a little bit of water and not let them, the roots soak in water. I think you get the idea. So let's go ahead and show you how to propagate them. Propagate means basically making a new plant out of an existing plant. And these are so simple to do that because, as you can see, one of the things, for example, this piece fell off, or actually I cut it a while back in the spring. I was propagating some after the winter, and I cut this piece off, and look at the roots. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to try to put that. See the roots just shooting right off? And this I just like literally left outside in the air. So I'm going to go ahead and use this piece. And I'm going to cut it shorter, and then I just move the soil over a little, plant it, tuck it in like you're going to tuck it in for a nap, and you have your first piece right there in your pot. Now this is where you can get creative. You can make a design if you want. You can use all the same succulent or try different ones. So I'm going to go ahead, because some of mine are getting so really growing well, I'm going to just take some different selection of different ones. I'll take this nice big fat one, and even if you were to just cut it fresh and leave it, at the end will harden off and will grow, but I often don't have the patience when I'm feeling creative. So I just take my pot, and I'm just going to go ahead and stick this one with that root there, and I have my next one. And it's that simple. So you just keep taking different varieties if you want, if you have different varieties. And that's another great thing about this, is that very often people collect them and share them with their friends, so that maybe you have a variety that a friend doesn't have. Stick that next one in there, and you can just go ahead and do a succulent exchange with friends. Sometimes I've noticed on Facebook Marketplace and different places that people will sell a bunch of variety cuttings for not a lot of money. So here's another different one. And that's what you do. It's really that simple. This is one of my favorites. Let me pull it up. This one here. It looks like a rose. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to go ahead and stick that one in here too. So you get the idea. You just go ahead and stick them in, and then I just leave them. I leave them outside in the sun, like I said. If you put them inside, you need a good sunny window, that faces the south. And then during the months when we don't have a lot of light, you're going to need to give them a little additional light with something like a full spectrum LED light. What I do is I have a desk lamp that's an LED light, and I put my succulents all in the same place first thing in the morning when I wake up. I turn the light on and I leave it on all day on the succulents until I go to bed at night, because the darker days they just don't have enough light to thrive. And then you can overwinter them, and then in the spring you take them outside again if you want, or leave them inside if you want, and continue to propagate them. And they also make great gifts, so that's a nice way to save money, give people something that you made yourself. And as we've talked about so many times, plants are so good for us, for our health and well-being. So thanks for watching. I hope this helps, and I look forward to seeing what kind of designs you make. I'm going to go ahead and make a Pinterest page, which I will share, that will have some different ideas, because one of the other great things about succulents is that you don't have to just use a pot like this. There's so many different ways. So let's take a look at a few different designs. So be sure to show us your creations using the Healthy Green Thumbs hashtag, and we hope that you like and share this video, subscribe, and also follow Cliff the Nurse Farmer. You can check out his website at thenursefarmer.com, and you can follow more of my social media channels, blogs, things like that, if you want to also learn more about nature and how it promotes our health and well-being, at thenaturenurse.com. So we look forward to seeing you for our final episode next time. Bye, guys.